Hey, Mumuchina Kele, or Abrala. Hey, I'm getting the money here. On that Ahamadike, Biafra. Ahamadike, Biafra. Ahamadike, Biafra. Biafra, Kwenu. Hey, I don't talk before. When I know why here. When I come block on here, say I know why here. No problem. When the war starts, we go know who be who. Biafrans. How many times did I call you? You don't want to listen. I say boycott every churches that is against freedom. Boycott every food from the Fulani herdsmen. Boycott every onions from the Boko Haram. Boycott anything that come from the north. When we say that no one more could go, they don't want to leave us more go. But they want to carry their food to poison us. Go punish them. I start going to boycott anything will go bring death. I'm timely there for Igbo land. Biafra land, boycott all their food, not eat their food. I don't talk about boycott Dangote product. Anything we bring. Now, right, you want to kill you, you want to put you under subjection. No listen to them, no buy their food, no buy their cement, no buy their chicken, no buy their anything. I tell you, if you try them, God don't punish you. Now then they hungry you. Now that is they hungry you. Let's I forget. Make I ask now one question. Jumama and Emeka, make I answer me this question very carefully. Land did not finish for Sabah. Land did not finish for Wede. Land did not finish for Anambra. Land did not there Port Harcourt. Land did not there Aba. Why when they deceive themselves? Say only Yoruba land and Hausa land when I go build the whole match when I go get in the whole world. Now crazy the world now. When I craze, may God forgive you now. Make I come back home. I don't talk about. I say boycott every food from Hausa. Boycott their kuli, boycott their suya, boycott their sugar cane. You don't block your say no one here. One day, I tell you one day, very, very soon, they could roast human being like suya, give you for me to go chop up from Hausa, go this and I remit. I don't talk about. No one listen. Take time. Biafrans. Boycott anything that has to do with the Hausa Fulani herdsmen, Boko Haram, all their products. Now lie. I said I lie, yo. They want to take and kill you. They want to take your land, invade your house and sleep with your women. They're dangerous. So anything that has to do with them. Remember, Boko, when I say Boko, you say haram. When I say Boko, you say haram. When I say Boko, you say haram. Fulani herdsmen. Fulani herdsmen. They are bet of self-feather, so all of them be the same thing. Now, brothers and sisters, though, they know they look back for a kilo, they chop human being like suya. That's how I did not tell you. Any Igbo man, any Biafra man, where you get investment for North, for Kanu, for Sokoto, for Meduguri, Taraba, anywhere where you get investment. Sell and come back home, die no day. They won't kill you. Boycott anything that has to do with Hausa. They are dangerous. No, sir, I do not tell you. They say they be get a man, no take them more. They say they do pedicure, they do manicure. They want clean your leg, they want clean your house. No grill, they want kill you. They go chop you. Not only that one, including their food and their product and anything that has to do with them. Anything where one consign them, not them. Not only that one, if you not say they for Lagos, if they go to the Baba church, if they waste your time, carry your time, they pay, they throw your money up and down. Sell the whole property where you go there. Go back home. They don't want you. They don't want you. You know one listen. The people where they bring on this message in Biafra Referendum Media Group worldwide under the leadership of Mazen and the Kane Ohamadi Biafra one of Biafran land. Thank you, Kemesia.
Holy, Mr. Producer.
Ipob. One way only. All we need is freedom. All we need is freedom. All we need is freedom. It's not by force to be together. It's not by force to be together. All we need is freedom. All we need is freedom. It's not by force to be together. Naturally, Biafra go. Let my people go. Naturally, Biafra go. Naturally, my people go. Naturally, my people go. Let my people go. Wake up this morning, I look in the sky. All I see is rising sun. Chukwu Choloma. Obodo Chukwu na n'olu ahụ. The land of the rising sun. Yeah. Let my people go. Yeah. Let my people go. Ekele na the kalo. For making us to know what freedom is all about. Yeah. Ekele na the kalo. For making us to know what freedom is all about. What freedom is all about. Yeah. Ekele na the kalo. Making us to know what freedom is all about. Blessing at all who make a leggy. Opakise muchisike. Onyama be friend in name. We are not fighting for war but freedom. All we need is freedom. And the kalo make a leggy. Olu make a leggy. Onyama de olu make a leggy. Olu make a leggy. Olu ne kuri olu make a leggy. Olu make a leggy. Olu make a leggy. All we need is freedom. All we need is freedom. All we need is freedom. It's not by force to be together. We are not fighting for war. We are fighting for freedom. Let my people go. Let my people go. Let my people go. I feel you one family. Let my people go. We live together as one. Let my people go. We can never be banished. Let my people go. No matter what the devil may do. Let my people go. We keep on going higher. Let my people go. We are one love. Let my people go. Umuchuko kikabiam. Let my people go. Nande kalo. Let my people go. Eji mohira wase. Let my people go. Obasibi edike bagu. Let my people go. Ebo poleno. Let my people go. Asengato lojo. Let my people go. Oye nechebi no kiso. Let my people go. Whether devil like it or not. Let my people go. Biafra must come. Let my people go. We must be free. Let my people go. Credible you see. Credible you see. Guess me. Anyway. Akwangura gagwana Biafra ya guess him no wasi. Guess you gonna make it a wonder. Guess you gonna make. We are going higher. Incredible you see Wabia.
We are here to ensure that the death of 3.5 million people is not forgotten. The reason why we exist is to ensure that their memory, that they can never ever be forgotten, that their memory will linger on forever, that as long as man walks this earth, this world will remember the 3.5 million people that they killed, men and women that did nothing, children that were innocent. Their only crime is to be blessed by God. That is the only crime they have committed. As those children were being slaughtered, as they were being stabbed to death by a very wicked and cruel world, spearheaded by Awolowo. Everybody looked on and did nothing. Instead of them to help us, they ensured that our absolute blockade from land, air, and sea was absolute. That we may die, that the children of God may die. But lo and behold, Chukwuabiama determined that we cannot die, that we cannot perish.
Allow me to worship Chukwuabiama on behalf of the entire family listening right across the length and breadth of this very planet. Umu Chineke, all of you who are ordained, all of you who are destined to perform wonders, I welcome all of you. Now, I will present you to Chukwuabiama in heaven. Therefore, Our Father who resideth in heavens above, looking down upon the pain and the suffering of your children, as was foretold by those who has gone before us, that a day will come when the world will gang up, when all the children of darkness will congregate to prevail against your children. That time is now. We are in pain. We are in so much suffering that man cannot begin to comprehend it. We ask for your mercy. We ask for you to come and present and provide a way where there is none. We ask you, Chukwokika Biamaki, if we came and ne Ipob, ne penny ne dichiche, ruepeni ne owasotu, kide magi ne beregi bi kobaso ha, opoti ne kendo ha. We call upon you this evening. The vultures are congregating, the saboteurs are rising up. We are beginning to identify them, and we are dealing with them. We ask you to give us the strength. We ask you for courage. We ask you for every ounce of determination and resolute. Make us as hard as steel, as only you can do. Baptize us in your word, in your knowledge, in your truthfulness, and in your strength. Make it impossible for our enemies to come close to us. Destroy them before they come very close. We will be tempted, of course. Our defenses will be tried without a shadow of a doubt. Sometimes there may be breaches, but in the end we prevail, because that is your word and that is your promise. This evening we hold on resolutely to that very command of yours. Your own spoken word. The word that you gave to your children when you said to them that they should not worship any idol, they should not bow before any graven image. We have made mistakes in our lives. We have bowed before European idols. We have done everything but worship you in truth and honesty. But now, having realized the errors of our ways, we present ourselves before you, that you may do with us as you please. So it was prayed thousands of years ago. That same prayer will re-echo, because we are nothing without you. We are nothing without you. We can have the best defenses in the whole world. We can procure the finest anti-jamming equipment available. But it is you that will defend your inheritance. You will defend Biafra. You know that we are honest and truthful people. You know that we preach this gospel in the knowledge that your children must be free in the land of the living. That they may go back and worship you in Zion as they have done thousands of years ago. This is our prayer, now and always, because we are your children. You can't abandon us to the forces of evil and darkness. That is not your will, and it can never be. That is why today, tomorrow, and always, as you have called us to undertake this very monumental and a big task, as you have determined that your word must be preached in the land, that very land you gave to our ancestors thousands of years ago, so shall it be done in our lifetime. Allow us to be worthy to serve thee. Allow us to be considered worthy to serve you. You know we speak the truth. Our enemies are liars. They are cheats and they are killers. They are bloodthirsty bastards, all of them. All of them bar none. They have brought their lies to bear upon all their dealings. Their tongue is very spiteful against those of them who are righteous before your sight. Please don't allow shame to befall your children. Don't allow shame to befall your name, because we answer your name, we bear your name. That is why today we make this very prayer in the sure knowledge that Biafra will be restored as your own kingdom upon the face of the earth. That you will be worshipped every blessed day of our lives, as our children will do, and so will their children. until time everlasting we have prayed in your name. He said.
Good morning, fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom, men and women of goodwill, conscious people wherever you are all over the world. I would say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and to some of you, good night, depending on your time zone. This is Radio Biafra Extra. We are streaming live through Radio Biafra London, being anchored by the Deputy Leader of the Indigenous People of Biafra, Mazi Uchi Okafo. He is from Abatete. Abatete is in Anambra, and Anambra State is in Biafra land. He's the man who has simply assured us that he will not allow the heart of this project to see corruption. And of course, he's standing in a deputizing capacity on behalf of our Supreme Leader Mazen Nanyuku Kano, the priest of Afari Beku. Afari Beku is in Umuahia. Umuahia is in Abia State, and Abia State is Biafra land. The only man that commands the loyalty of Biafrans across the globe, irrespective of their dialect. There are difference between those, or rather should I say there are categories of those who are fighting for our people, the cause of the liberation of the Biafran sovereign nation. Some fight just only for their father's compound. I think they are okay. There are groups that fight for only their own kitchen. Me and my children. Me and my children. They don't even care about their extended family. There are those who fight for only their extended family. There are those who fight for their community. There are those who fight for their state. There are those who fight for their breed and their kind. But I would say when it comes to the issue of Biafra, only two men have stood up to fight for the collective interest of the Biafran people. And that is exactly what Mazen Nandekano is doing. So next time when you want to tell us who you are and how relevant you are, please start from somewhere. Start fighting from your kitchen. Then fight to your mother's kitchen, to the community kitchen. Go beyond your state. Come to those who are related to you. Fight for all of them. And then you see if your people will not love you. Don't try to start from where other people have worked, because nobody is going to pay attention to you. We have been deceived for so long. Now we've seen the light. That is why we always appreciate Chukwuka Abema for giving us a leader like Mazen Nandekano in a time like this. By the special grace of the Almighty Creator, I remain George Onyibe. I am from Abo. Abo is in Delta State, and Delta State is Biafra land. I will proceed to acknowledge the Almighty Creator. The Bible says if our mind does not condemn us, if our heart does not condemn us, then we have peace with God. And believe me, every day there is this confidence assurance that what we seek for, it's ours already. This confidence assurance that in every battle there is a power that shapes our way. There is this confidence assurance. He is constantly reminding us that even unto the end he will be with us. And so we could only worship him. We can only bow down and reference him. Anyị na-aja gị mma o, n'ihi na ị mara mma o, ịhụnanya anyị na gị, obiọma gị, o juru anyị anya daji o, inwe gị mgbanwe o, ọ dị onye dịka gị, ị bụ Alfa na Omega, anyị niile na-asị na Without wasting much of our time this morning, we will be going to our study. We simply say, the theme is we will never forget them. But our topic this morning is our heroes during the Aba Women Riot era. our heroes during the Aba Women Riot area. Most of you don't know that thousands of Biafran women were shot down. Thousands of Biafran women were shot down by the British government. What did they do? Some of you don't know. Because the most 90% of the history you hear about Women Riot are concocted history written by British, Yoruba, Nigerian states. Our people are not working very hard to begin to review our history written by Yoruba people. They are busy saying, Mazin Nandekano didn't do it this way, Mazin Chemefo should have done this way. Go back and read your history. It's Yoruba that is writing the history of Abo. And somebody is telling you, don't you know I'm a respected Abo man? I won't insult you. Don't you know we are Esau? I won't insult you. Don't you know we are Igbo some mama? I won't insult you. But go back and look at your history. Go back and look at your history. It's written by Yoruba. Yoruba wrote your history. Your children reference you to your history. Encyclopedia. When I go to search engine, looking at the history of black people, all I see there is concocted lie. But all of them must be exposed. The same way, Yoruba, the one taking you to heaven. I'm sorry, all of you will end up in a bush path. Because you are not going there. About Women Riot. Just listening to the sound of that name. About Women Riot. They would have said about Women Rebellious. But do you know you go to Encyclopedia engine, it is called either About Women Riot or About Women War. So about women on a fight war. To justify how many of our women they killed, they gave it bad name. People will say, when you want to kill dog, you give them bad name. When you hear they say Biafra war, it look like Biafran people fought war. Many days we live with this mindset. Please, even till tomorrow, there are people you say Biafra, they say, please, we don't want war, we don't want war. Because these people were able to damage your brain with false information. But we will look at those who died in the guise of Aba Women. We will remember all of them. They are our mothers. Forget about the level of blackmail. Our heroes during the Aba Women Riot, as British Nigerians call it, I believed all of them who died, they died because of Biafra. This should be remembered, I must tell you. As long as Africa was under exploitation, men and women gave up their life to fight to defend her. And all of them, majority of them died. But in this period where we are going to remember over 3.5 million innocent Biafrans who have been murdered, we will divide them in dispensation and every one of them must be remembered. We have started this journey by first of all trying to remember those who died during the invasion era, exploitation era, and now we are in another era, another dispensation. Biafrans who died in the hand of British government, and it's very pathetic that British government, even as mighty as they are, in 1929 gave order that our mothers should be shot. And then there were a lot of warrant chief. The children of warrant chief, most of them are the one ruling you today. And you're expecting they will not be like their father. Can a lion give birth to a goat? No. Snake give birth to snake. But that is not where we are going to. These people died. And they must be remembered. There are things you should know about Women Riot. During the exploitation era, our fathers were heavily tasked. And as this is not enough, they still went on to task our mothers also in the farm. When you go to encyclopedia, you begin to hear Cockaboo story. Now let me go back to encyclopedia and see what he said. He said in 1929, about women as they call it, organize themselves. And this about women who organize themselves. They say they want to be politically relevant. They want their own share of political power. So which means our mothers are all that greedy. I wonder why our sisters have not rioted, considering the level of marginalization of women in Nigerian modern day politics. So you mean in 1929, when we have real Biafran mothers who were so holy and chaste, who were virtuous women, best on the face of the planet Earth, are you telling me they want to be part of government, of British government, ever corrupt government ever known? No, somebody lied. Our mothers didn't fight for political position, political career, political relevance. No. British government during the exploitation era, as we look at yesterday, we're not satisfied in stealing palm oil, we're not satisfied in stealing crude oil, we're not satisfied in stealing gold and other precious stones across Nigeria. They were even taxing our fathers to pay the warrant chief, who eventually are part of us. But they needed more. This is greed. It's insatiable. According to economics, a human need is insatiable. You can't satisfy them. So what did they do? They moved further. These women, they are very hardworking. Most of them are making more money even more than their husband. We should be taxing their husband. And that is the truth. Most of you do not know the secret of how our fathers married 10 wives, 20 wives, and at the end of the day, they don't lack in the family. It is because majority of our mothers work harder than our father. But our father were there to protect and guide principle that governs us as a people. They work very hard. Oyibo knew this, and they must collect us from them. Just the same way I see some people, government will tell you that you are ticket collector. You are impoverishing your people the more. You are tax collector. You are jumping up and down, ticket giver. I pity you. You are a warrant chief. You are a warrant chief. Then they release warrant ship. When you are there, government send you to go and collect money, uncompleted building, illegal structure, building permit. You are a warrant chief. You should watch your ways, because posterity will judge all of you. That is how government of British government, they push them inside the forest, inside the farm. And these people I should say are the first Fulani headsmen. Because after them, the next people disturbing our mothers in the farm now is the Fulani headsmen. And this passed a signal, a ripple signal across Biafra land. That time there was no Asia woman, there was no Niger Delta woman, all of them were our mothers. It started from Bende, local government in Abia State. The ripple effect of this heinous crime and atrocity against our mother got to Cross River State. And it circled everywhere in Biafra land. And they marched on to the British capital, head terrorist office in Biafra land. They demanded that this tax be lifted up. But go there now, they say they want to be relevant politically. I can assure you that even though they open door for Biafran women to get involved in policies, I can assure you that in a modern day Biafra women, more than 70% of them don't have interest in politics, because they know politics in Nigeria state is a dirty game. They have better things to do with their life. And now somebody is telling me, in those era where these women give no attention to politics of the day, that they protested and rioted. All these are lie. But it's not surprising, it's not amazing. Yorubas wrote your history. But let me show you some of the things you need to know. They say it's about women war. The women's war, or about women riot. That is how Yoruba put it. Was a period of unrest in British Nigeria, which started in November 1929. The protest broke out when thousands of Igbo women, not Ijo women, not Akwa Ibom women, Igbo women. When I call all of you Igbo, some people will say, I'm not Igbo. All of you are Igbo. A day will come, you will pay to identify with that name. Be fooling yourself. Igbo women. Find out who are these Igbo women. When they say black men could be a Ghanaian, black man could be a Nigerian, black man could be a South African, black man could be any company, British company or France company in Africa. But when they say black man, you should know they are talking to you nigger. They are talking to you nigger. Even black man in America, all of you nigger, they are talking to you. You say then begin to deny, begin to fight. No, I'm not a black man, I'm not a nigger. But your skin is black. In fact, if you like, bleach to Michael Jackson, your soul is black. Not because black is evil, but because black is unique. They never told you that every color in the world started from black and they end in black. They never tell you that. That is why they are working very hard to take it from you, and most of you are bleaching. Why didn't they make black and cream? But they are giving you white and cream. Let me not digress anyway. It's about women war. So about women who not fight war, even before Ojukwu fought war. We need to begin to reason. He said the protest broke out when thousands of Igbo women from Bende district, Umuahia, and other places in the eastern Nigeria traveled to their town of Oloku to protest against the warrant chief. Now it's not against British government too. British government are removing their head now. It's now the warrant chief. So they will tell you that they protested against you. Your father, some of your father were the warrant chief. Oh, this is what they want you to believe. Not British government. And I think in my next life, I will come from Umuahia. Because so Umuahia people are doing so many wonderful things. Unbelievable. How can you see Umuahia, Abiaman? About women again, Umuahia. I think my next life, in fact, when Biafra come, I will go to Umuahia. Mazinanikan, Umuahia. Ojukwu Bonka, Umuahia. Who know how many heroes that were born there? I think heroes are born in Umuahia. I'm not saying there is no Hausa Yoruba children there. But the real heroes of Biafra are born in Umuahia. Now I know. And may God bless those people. May God bless every man and woman who have stood in the gap to make sure that we are not extinct up to this moment. Who they accuse of restricting the role of women in government. The reason for the protest, according to Yoruba, is that our mother say, no, me, Felicia, I want to be a senator. Then another woman, Mbeke, say, I want to be a governor. Is that a Nollywood movie? Are you kidding me? Is this a home video? Even if it's a home video, nobody will buy that film. I thought in 1929 we were naked. There are some history written by Yoruba about us that in 1929 we were naked. We were behaving like chimpanzee. And so there are people who even understand political relevance in 1929. Our mothers and then our fathers must have been genius. Of course they are. The Aba Women Riot of 1929, as it was named in the British colonial record, is more apartheidly considered a strategic executed anti-colonial revolt organized by women to address social, political and economic grievances. No, it was arranged, it was organized to address looting, to register their grievance. The protest encompasses women from 6 ethnic groups. Ibibio. This Aba Women Riot, this Igbo Women Riot, see people who do the Igbo Women Riot to Ibibio woman dey there. There is a Ibibio woman, there is Andoni woman, there is Ogoni woman. Ogoni is not Igbo, but there is Ogoni woman who joined this very protest. When some people are talking, we are trying to wake you up. Some people are saying, no, they want our oil. But even before the oil came, when British government were still collecting tax, stealing everything they can steal in Africa, in Biafra land, your parents have started protesting because they want everything. Very greedy. They want even our very life. But the good, genuine British people should begin to question their ancestors, their father, their government of the day, and say, why don't allow these people to go? Oh, you are enjoying the wealth that is made on the expense of our people. As a British citizen, every pound shilling or whatever your currency are, that is being spent in your welfare. It doesn't matter how you choose to spend it. This is the blood of my ancestors. This is the blood of my people. That is what is feeding all of you. No, go back now and give me another record that justified that our parents wanted to be politically relevant. That is why they protested. And so tomorrow they say our mama then themselves they're too greedy. Why can't they focus in the kitchen? After all, Buhari said women are for the other room. Our mothers didn't fight to be governors or senators. They fought to stop British government from being greedy. Our husbands are paying tithe. Allow us to pay. And so some group of Igbo women from the following area came out and protested. Ibibi women, Andoni women, Ogoni women, Boni women, Upobo women, all of them came out. Of course, Igbo woman is there. But these people are not Igbo. It was organized and led by rural women of Owerri and Calabar province, in the like of Margaret Ekpo. During the event, many warrant chiefs, they said, were forced to resign, and 16 native courts were attacked, most of which were destroyed. Now, another lie. They say when this protest was going on, these our women, they now begin to arrest warrant chief. I know they were holding piston. Piston is called ekodon in my dialect. And ekodon is that wood you used to pan apple. That was what we were holding. Maybe some of them stick. Just the same way we defended ourselves in Ojuku town with firewood, and they call it war. Our mothers were holding leaf, and we were singing and chanting and asking them, stop this thing. But Yoruba wrote your history and say your mother and your mothers attacked, seized court and destroyed it. Took gun with ordinary hand from British government to make your mother look bad. Even though the Ipob is not bearing arm, we're not carrying gun, even though they are using gun to kill us, even though we can take this gun from them and kill them, but we are civilized people. We value human being. These women were hunted down. These women were killed. These women were murdered. All because they want me and you to live. Nothing much has been said about it. And comparing the history that Yoruba have documented for you already in the archive record, none of their children will be proud to remember them tomorrow. About women riot or about women war. So even our mothers fought war. Now the question should be, or emphasis should be laid, why is it that we have been resisting to be free? Don't you think British government there is something you are doing to us that is evil? It's over 200 years yet you have no repentant heart. Your killing continue. But our resistance will continue. We will continually register our displeasure in any way we can, however we can, until freedom is completely attained. So go to history class about women war, about women fight war. It would have been a Ibibi women war or a Joe women war. No, it's about women war because you want to you want to destroy, assassinate the character, deform the image of our people. About women riot. It should be around 1987 or 1981 when they taught us in school about women riot. Anyway, I'm very proud of them. Because anybody who cannot rise up and resist Fulani herdsmen, Miatiala and Boko Haram in a time like this should get ready to be laid down in grave. Gone so soon. That is your surname. Gone so soon. That will be your surname. And of course, two things appear in your obituary paper. Either you died of brief illness or gone so soon. Anyone, it simply means that you are in the grave. So, but you've been able to know the truth behind about women protest. That is how they would have placed it. Protest. About women protest. And then people begin to ask questions. Why did they protest? And that is when the truth will come out. But now they say no, it's war. Ojuku want to be governor, he want to be president. That is why he led war. Now tomorrow one lunatic is going to tell you that even your mother in 1929 want to overthrow British government. They now carried war. Then when we are fighting for our right now, they will say we are bringing war. That is why IPOB is trying to engage the zoo called Nigeria and her handlers that we want to go. What did they do? They tag us terrorists. Tomorrow now you hear IPOB terrorist war. We didn't fight war. But if we will fight war, we will write our history even before we march into the war. Because this is how real men fight. We will tell all of you. So you get ready. And we get ready. The world may claim that they have rule of engagement when it comes to battling on any war. But they really don't obey the rule of engagement. Go and ask a Kumok soldier. They rape every little girl at sight in the name of peacekeeping force. Go and read the history of those who you are thinking they are keeping peace. They are the real war you are fighting. In a non-share, every woman who died in 1929 in the tagged about women riot, all of them will be remembered. I'll be back in a minute. At this moment, our lines are open. Our WhatsApp line is 070 815 45642. Our WhatsApp line once again is 070 815 45642. Our direct line is 081 221 52971. Our direct line again is 081 221 52971. Special number dedicated to the women is 081 288 58614. Special number for the women once again is 081 288 58614. Our people must not forget that come 30th of May, in Biafra land there will be sit at home. Every Biafrans who are, we must remember our fallen heroes and heroines. And as such, on that day, sit at home. Market leaders, talk to your people. Banks, police station, all of you sit at home. Of course, those on duty should do their job, if they ever know their job. Everybody sit at home. We must remember our foreign hero. But you can say, no, we will go out. They can't stop us. This is Biafra land we are talking about. Over 10 million people have died, and they continue dying. We will know if their spirit have gone to rest or if their spirit is still awake. In fact, the ones that have gone to rest, we are awakening them as I'm talking to you. Sit at home in Biafra land. And I believe and I trust Biafrans across the globe by now are already going on to make sure that our people are remembered. Can you hear me, caller on the line?
Hello?
Good morning, your name, where are you calling from?
Good morning. I'm calling you from Holland.
Go ahead, my brother.
My name is Omokon. Okay. Please try to contact me after your program with this number.
There's no problem about that. Thank you.
Is there what I said, please?
You say what?
Please try to contact me with this number
I will
program.
do that. I will do that.
Okay. Thank you very much.
All right. Go ahead, please. And also, like I said, as Supreme Leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, he will be in Atlanta, Georgia, USA. And those of you who are there should come out en masse. The Bible says iron sharpeneth iron. It is time we need to forge ahead. It is time we need to work as one impenetrable unit and deliver ourselves from this evil enclave. Because tomorrow, they will write history. Yoruba will be there to write your history. IPOB war. Caller on the line, your name and where are you calling from?
Good morning.
Good morning, my brother. Go ahead, please.
Good morning. My name is Tenna. I come from Ipob, Council Local Government.
Well, say it's your name. You can.
That's my name is Tenna. That's Na.
Yes, I understand. Go ahead, please.
Thank you.
Because you didn't tell me now you are from Akwa Ibom. I thought it's Igbo man. It's Igbo radio. But your name is Igbo name. Their name is Igbo name. Look at the Aba Women Riot now. They say Igbo Women Riot. Among the Igbo women that rioted, the BBO was there, Efik was there, Enam was there, Andoni was there, Ogoni was there. Our people will not reason.
My spirit. Because this you are saying now, I give you one on my brother. You don't want to talk against one about like that concerning our struggle. So I attack the boy. I say why they say so. I begin the attack. If you already look at the attack with the boy, Kadana from Igbo. And then as they say, look at my name. Forget about the English. If you look this my belly line now, you see what you then score because of that my name. They say that name no approve for computer through my line. So they not accept them. This and that. So now give another name. If I go answer that, I say you don't agree. So make them put lifeboats and calling this and there. So I argue with the boy. Say I'm from Igbo. Look at my name. My name is Tenna. And then my forefather, where born my father, Nna. So I don't know why you people say this will come from. No, I'm from Igbo. If it's something like when my father they are alive, I for whom my mother and my father connect. Let him tell me where they come from, come answer for inside the aquarium. And then this aquarium we call aquarium is Akwa Igbo.
There is a community which they call Akwa Igbo. There is a community in Akwa Ibom known as Akwa Igbo. I have been there.
Akwa Igbo. our statement is aqua able. It's not aqua able. If you don't tell us the meaning of this animal, the answer able. In yes, always words. So maybe our name be that our name is aqua able. We all of us will come from one place, one father. Nothing separates us. But our people, they know one year, they know one, so they continue for their life as they know understand themselves. I never see so much down for my family. I never see Yoruba man come down for my family, or they answer the name of Yoruba. So I don't know what our people think. But this struggle, my own, over 5 years now, since 2014, since 2014. So our people, I don't know what our people they think. I'm even enter IPOB member first, but I start my own in my house. Because I keep listening for over 5 years now, that's my own, but by the grace of God, this man will not pass me. They will enter the family because of the monthly way, so that they will, my faith will show. So I thank you because you always need our blame. You are my pastor. God bless you.
Thank you, my brother.
Thank you. Thank you.
Continue.
God bless you.
Oh, hey, Biafra. Our people must remain focused. Our people must know what is at stake. Our people must know our destination. When they come, they lie to us. When they come, they demonize everything that concerns us. When they come, they want to make you feel, no, we are evil. We can't govern ourselves. No, look at how they are. My interest is not on the lies they tell about the Wemen riot, as they call it. Our concern this morning is they killed our mothers. And if they killed our mother, what should come to your mind is, why would they kill our mother? And now they said your mother want to be governor of Nigeria. Your mothers were fighting to become senator and councillors. And is this not life from the pit of hell? Our mothers will do no such thing. Caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me?
Good morning, my viewing.
Good morning. Go ahead, please.
Good morning, fellow Biafrans, friends of freedom all around the world. I'm happy to be on air. My name is Ansel Mudawale. I'm from Abatote, Amambra Province, Biafra land. I'm coming from South Africa. The program is very interesting, and every day new revelation. This morning I just learned that Akwa Ibom is not Akwa Ibom, it's Akwa Ibo.
They concocted me. If you ask somebody now, you say, I'm from Bayelsa. Let one person from Bayelsa tell me the meaning of Bayelsa in their language. It's not their language. They will come do tumbu mes kalaba alaba alaba it two boys and boys. They hit some finger concocted abrakatami brakta. They hit you bagadam. From today you are Bayelsa. And if I say what follows now, they say they parting the mado. But we want to see you how stupid they've made us look. But understand, Jesus insulted people in the Bible. In fact, there are almost 3 chapters Jesus insulted people, proper insult them. Because when he was saying to woe to you Pharisees and Sadducees, he was not praising them, he was insulting them, he was cursing them. Woe to you lawyers.
Well, sometimes when I talk to people who about things, I ask them, look, there's different ways of correcting people. Correcting somebody who doesn't know and correcting somebody who's supposed to know.
I'm pretending not to know.
And refuse to know.
No, pretending not to know.
That is it. You understand? You don't come to correct somebody who is pretending. He's making mockery of you. So you don't have to beg him to understand. When you see that you don't want to understand, then it's either you insult him or you chastise him. 2 things must be involved.
You rebuke him.
That is why when Jesus comes to the synagogue where they are doing business, you look at them. No need of talking. You just take a nice cane.
Because the level of their madness don't need speaking again. He need firewood. He took firewood and fired them. But he's a gentleman.
He's a gentleman. So that is it. I used to tell my people, look, God is not stupid. Nobody that we used to say, it's not learning work. Look at how our people are behaving. And can you imagine, God has never choose somebody who is quiet to be his leader. He always choose somebody who is angry, always. So that you
angry with injustice, angry with, oh my God. Let's digress a little bit. You see this thing you're just saying now. If you look at the prophecy of Isaiah, when he talks about the Messiah, he said the Messiah will be gentle, he will be comely, he will not raise his voice on the street, he's going to be a perfect gentleman. He now said, for the Spirit of God will be upon him. But the action of Jesus Christ in the temple when he saw criminals in the house of his father doesn't mean to be like a gentleman. Are you not telling me the Bible is contradicting itself? Which means a perfect gentleman is the one who stand up, fight evil and blooded many irrespective of the consequence of the act.
You see, the problem of our pastors is that they refuse to understand that.
Don't talk to pastors because they will misunderstand. Leave pastors alone. Just go ahead.
I'm not just trying to. I'm just trying to elaborate on a general issue.
Go ahead.
You see, the 90% of the ways in the Bible are parables. You understand? But when people get to read those words, they will interpret it straight.
But when you see Bible is written in parable. Now look at where the problem is coming from. How many of our children know what is parable?
That is the issue.
Because they don't teach them. So when you are there say Bible is parable, you now discover that they are deliberately making sure your children know nothing about parable. When I talk, I make parables. Those who walk in the spirit know what I'm saying. But our children think I'm just saying what I want to say. No. Even the one who managed to study literature, they now have to learn more than 11 figures of speech. You begin to hear oxymoron, personification, similar, and so on and so forth. But our father did not go to that length. Only 4 figures of speech. You either talk in the normal way, or you talk through parable, or adage, or idiom. Only these 4. It was enough to visit or communicate to anybody anywhere. There are a lot of things that has gone wrong, but we will get there hopefully.
So, like I was saying, sometimes when you talk about reality in life, I used to tell them, whatever happens in the physical life we are living today has his partnership in the spiritual realm. That is why you cannot live a normal life without interpreting it, the spiritual part of it. Otherwise, you will always get things that you are doing wrong. The physical life we are living are always attached to spiritual life. There's one thing I tell people, I don't like to bring this matter on air, but in these circumstances, it doesn't matter who hears it. What is happening between the Asia and the Europe today, I used to tell people that the divine mandate cannot be quelled. Russia and China are working closely to destroy Europe, and they can never escape it. Europe can never escape it. No matter how they try to form alliances everywhere, when they finish those alliances, Russia and China will march together and scatter them, because the crime of Europe in the world is too much. I will not be able to interpret it all, but this is how it's going to happen. But on our own side, we have to continue on what we are doing, because if the Bible can say somewhere that the parable of the fig tree, when Jesus came and cursed the tree because he has no fruit, I asked them, do you know why he cursed this tree? People were looking at me and said, this tree is like we human beings that God created in his image and likeness to go and bear fruit at all time.
My brother.
Then when he comes,
my brother,
and we cannot, yes.
I just have a signal now, and I think I have to respond to it, and it's about you.
Okay.
Why is it you don't go to meeting in South Africa any longer, or you don't even go there at all?
There was a problem with my phone, so I lost all contact. There was a time I phoned him in the evening program. I said I would like to talk talk with him after the program, and I could not get back connected. Even last week, I wanted to go there.
That means you've not identified with them before now.
I've registered, but the phone that I
able to have the location of the meeting. Sorry, I have
the location on that phone. Yeah,
you are a good man, and I know that. But I can only learn what you are doing to become more meaningful. Have you ever been to the meeting there before?
I get there not alone. I went with somebody.
So you don't know that place?
I can go there.
Then try and reunite with the family.
I can go there because even here I have already organized some people, but we are looking for venue.
Not just
because
you're not with the family, you organize people. Then how can you become even a coordinator, or how can you organize family when you've not gone through the basic rudiments that govern us as IPOB? Try after or before the end of the day, go back to that family, identify and make yourself known. Things are changing. You see, one of the things is
I will come back to you after the program.
Okay, that will be fine. In case you don't know, I need to go back to the family. They've scattered us enough. We must come back together as one. Go ahead, please. I'm sorry for interrupting you.
No problem. So, like what I was saying, that we should bear fruit at all times. That is why when Jesus came there and there was nothing to show off from that tree, he caused the tree. I said this thing will apply to us as a human being, because we supposed to bear fruit at all times. There are trees planted around the river area. They don't have season. They produce, always they produce, man should produce. And in this struggle, like you questioned me now, I am not supposed to be absent. But you know, abroad has got its own sickness.
I understand, but don't try to justify, because these people who are still abroad are with that sickness moving on. Do you understand?
The last time I speak to a colleague, I told him, listen, even if we have issue that we cannot go to meeting, let's try and get better contact so that even our payment, we can be making it. Even if we can't attend physically, we can always relate the issues on phone and make our payment. That is it, because it is necessary for us to move the family forward.
Thank you so much, brother.
We must never gone out my way. There's no problem. Thank you. Let me cut it here.
Yes, I will. From there.
I will.
Thank you, and God bless you.
I will.
Yes, a caller on the line. Your name and where you calling from?
Thank you, my brother.
He's saying again. Go ahead, please.
My brother, honestly, I am so happy today to reach you online. My name is Ipob Chukwude. I'm from Abia State, Isukwato, in Biafra land, and I'm calling from US. So, my brother, I really want to appreciate you. I really want to thank you for your consistency and your being optimistic on every side. I say, may the Lord continue to bless you. And to our director, Nnamdi Kanu, I want to use this opportunity to thank him. And Lord will continue to keep him for us. Our deputy director, Uchemoko, let the Almighty God continue to protect him and his family. My brother, today, I think I'm very happy to reach you. Honestly, I never expected I'm going to reach you today, but I am so glad. I want to thank you for your job. I want to appreciate you once again. So, brother, there is another thing I want to ask you, please. I think by the grace of God, another day I will reach you, because I am just at a tight corner right now because I'm at work, night shift. So, it's not too convenient for me to go further from what I want to say. So, my brother, I want to ask you something. I heard our director is coming to Atlanta. Meanwhile, I am in South Carolina, like 5 hours drive to Atlanta. So please, I don't know if you're seeing my numbers very clear. If you can copy it and text me after now, or if I text you on this line, can you get it?
Yes, text me the moment you drop the line.
Okay.
But what exactly
if you get it, I'll do it.
What exactly do you want me to do for you?
Okay, I want to know the exact time you pay me so that I can know how
WhatsApp.
Yeah, I'm on WhatsApp. Yes,
I will send you a WhatsApp number. Then you add me up.
Okay.
Then I will send the link of the person that will direct you to you.
Oh, thank you, my brother.
Just simple thing. Say WhatsApp number. Just write WhatsApp number. Only. Just WhatsApp.
Okay. Okay, my brother.
Thank you very much.
But so will not take any abalị ndị ire enweghị ike ịhụ gị my brother ịbara you so much. In fact, erube n'ikpe okwu na mgbe oge ruru anyị ma ndị nwe ndị nna m ewu confirm God will continue to protect you in the mighty name of your Yeshua.
You see, all Biafrans, I must tell you. Thank you very much. Yes, sir. Caller WhatsApp, are you there?
Yes, Master, I'm there.
Go ahead, please, my brother. Good morning.
Biafrans word ụtụtụ ọma. Ọhamadike ụtụtụ ọma. Uche m yefọ. Ana Biafra ụtụtụ ọma. Ike na onye na-afọ na nkwụ ụtụtụ ọma. Ọ mụ na ọmazị m onye Chinedu ma aga na-ekwu. Wee ka ọ mere nwa nna n'Igbo. Ogbu ofi iri ibe. Ọ ka na onye ichi bịara ụwa ka ebu. Nwa idea. Ọ ka na onye ichi bịara ụwa ka ebu. Ngọnezie na akwa Ibom a na-ekwu maka asis. Akwa Ibom mana ọ ga-akwụ Igbo. Akwa Igbo. Otu ka esi nwere obi Igbo. And o nwere ebe isi obi Igbo awadị. O nwere idea na o nwere isi obi Igbo awadị. We are looking for it. And we must find it. As soon as we find it, we have already finished up. I want you to look for some of our people calling on the Biafra radio that is representing Ordinana Anacron. Ordinana, they never miss any water at all. We need them because we are moving ahead. We are the children of Kikukabia. We are not in the same value system with Hausa Fulani and Yoruba. This is the time we will value our value. And this British will value their own. What's your neighbor? You see it all. 30th of May is our back home in Biafra land. And the new military here, we will gather at Plaza Popol in military here room precisely. I urge all IPOB in Italy to make sure they present at Plaza Popol at Rome. Mazonye, thank you very much. I would like to have the number of one of my sisters, Monica. If you can forward it to me, because we have a lot of work to do about our motherland. Thank you very much, Mazonye. I remember
text message on that WhatsApp and I will respond to you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Our people must understand. We have been hunted down. Our people have been cut down. We have died in many situations and circumstances. When we talk about 30th of May, look at people that died. It did not start today. You can imagine as early as 1929, they have started lying against your mother, your own mother, your gentle mother, your virtuous mother, your hard-working mother. They've started blackmailing them and deforming their image and character. Can you hear me? Caller on the line.
Good morning.
Good morning. Go ahead.
Thank you.
Go ahead, please. Okay. Your complaints are noted. And God bless you. Continue, yeah. Caller on WhatsApp, are you there?
Yes, my Rebel Conrad, and African Rep. I am saying good morning, and thank you very much for your analysis, your how you expatiate greater knowledge to into the layman understanding. This very morning, I learned great things concerning most of the names named after some of the states or province in Biafra land. So you're doing a great job. Thank you very much. Then the other one I want to say is um, somebody that called from South Africa. He was trying to be very fast, but I think as you answered him, lie doesn't hide in a place of where light illuminates. So we should acknowledge our struggle by engaging ourselves into our local units, because if you like what we are doing on radio and you don't belong to our families, how can we no matter how Bible even said it, the former voice were not heard despite all his suggestions. It wasn't recognized because it wasn't part of those that gathered in the king's palace. So I thank you how you tackle them. Even the one that came and start asking the venue where our leader is going to go at in the US. If those of them that ask these very questions are part of the family, they don't need to ask questions. And if a stranger asks such questions, the next thing we should find out is where's your family, who is your director, who is your coordinator. Because this time now we are in is perilous, it's dangerous time, this is an injury time, we don't know who is who. Our deputy said everybody is a suspect until we prove ourselves innocent. So thank you very much.
Thank you, my brother. We must continue. Yes, a caller on the line. Your name and where are you calling from?
Hello?
Yes, good morning. Go ahead,
Hello?
please. Good morning from there. Go ahead, please.
Good morning, my name is Nedikati Joseph from Ifite, Orumba, South local government. I reside here in Neu-Ulm, Germany, in Bayern. My name, I'm very, very happy. I can't sleep without hearing our radio. I put it on if I want to sleep. The radio is my medicine of sleep, and I learn a lot. I enjoy your teaching yesterday about how they kill our heroes, and it hurts me so much. These people, they continue the killing and they are still killing today, and no one is talking about it now. But when we will start our own, they will start yelling. They will start functioning their mouth. But I know, for me as I am now, I am very, in fact, it's all over my body. I can't bear it any longer. But what they are looking for, I know one day they will get it, and they shall get it in full time. Let them import more Aboki, more S-men. When the time reach, we will know who is you. We will know who owns the land. I thank you very much, and may God bless you for your beautiful work. Yes, may God bless you and bless our master, our leader, our Lord, Martin Namodekano, and he is our able leader, Ichemofo, God bless you, bless all the principal officers that are working on tirelessly to make sure that we have our sovereign state, Biafra. And may God bless all the Biafrans, real Biafrans and not saboteurs. And our living heroes kill all the saboteurs. Anybody that will come out on that day, let them die. They will die. They will die. They will kill them. He said, God bless you. I see remain your boy. From now on here. Thank you very much.
We must continue.
Yeah.
Your caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me?
Good morning, Mazi Onyibe.
His Eminence.
And I want to okay, I greet you, my Lord. How are you doing, man?
We thank God is faithful.
Appreciate your good effort. Good morning, dear friends.
I salute every one of you. My name is David Ezekwesili. I'm from Nnobi. I am a principal servant here in New York. I'm one of you. Mazi, we want to appreciate every one of you down there. I know it's not easy at this critical time in that shithole. I just called, I'm not going to waste much time for our brother that called from USA that is interested in going to Atlanta, Georgia. My brother, if you're still listening, I will give you the phone number to the coordinator of Atlanta, Georgia, in the person of Mazi Anyaka Ire Uche or Mazi Ozurumba. I'll start. The phone number to the coordinator in Atlanta, Georgia is 404-861-4759. I repeat, the phone number is 404-861-4759. That's Mazanya Kele. Or you can reach Mazo Surunda on 816-645-7499. I repeat, 816-645-7499. Or you can, if you're not a member of IPOB here in USA, I'm going to give you our national coordinator, Dr. Koro. I will give you his number so you can belong to any of the family based on the state where you are. And our national coordinator's phone number, Dr. Koro, is 512-825-5300. I repeat, Dr. Koro, 512-825-5300. So you call Dr. Koro, then you start. Okay. So if you call Dr. Koro, so he will tell you who is the coordinator in your state. And if you don't have any coordinator in your state, you can start one over there. And for those of you in New York, my phone number is 832-245-5640. I repeat, 832-245-5640. If you're in tri-state area, if you're in New Jersey, you can call me. I will give you the coordinator's phone number in New Jersey, either in New Jersey City or in New Jersey State. You just give me a call. Or if you're here in New York, you just give me a call. We have other zones here in New York. I will put you through to the coordinator in location where you are. At the same time, I want to encourage my people, though it's like 1 a.m. here. If you are listening to me and you have not made up your mind to go to Atlanta, Georgia, I will encourage you to do so. That's the only price you have to pay for the date. I will be there. Many of us will be there. So make up your mind and start planning how to get over there. Mazi, Dr. Onyibe, they will see you keep up the good work. Let you work must strengthen you and the family. In Chukwoki must name, I pray.
Thank you, Ndeo Mazi. We must continue. Yes. Our people must get ready. The destination is the Hero Remembrance Day. We are going home. Can you hear me, caller on the line?
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning. Go ahead, please.
My name is Colin Simba, alias Abamaka. I'm calling from Ifejinike, Mbise. Sir, hello, sir.
Go ahead, please. The word is listening.
I've been calling since I say I need where IPOB people there for Ifejinike, Mbise. I've sent message, but I can't get you. You can't reply me, sir. Please, I need it. You are trying. God will bless you, sir. Please, sir.
What I want you to still do is still send me that text message. Still send this text message. I will certainly respond to you.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. I will try and send the text message now.
It's alright.
Thank you, sir. I'm a driver to educate like sir.
Thank God, my brother. Well done. Caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me?
I was talking already. I thought maybe you are talking to me.
No.
Anyway.
You are on WhatsApp and I was talking to the person online. Go ahead.
Okay, sorry. I thought I am the one. Anyway, Mazi, let me just go ahead and say my name again. My name is Eriku Chechikweke Museum. I'm calling from Bremen, here in Germany. So to say, may Chukwokika bless you for the good work you are doing for we, the people of Biafra. Before, let me just go straight to the point on what I want to say. Regarding on our Heroes Day, which is one of the most significant that we in our struggle. Which everybody that call himself or herself a Biafran should observe, regardless of which city you are. Come out and observe that day, which is one of the things that led us where we are today. Mas, one thing I want to say again, there was one caller who called you here in Germany. Yesterday night, I was listening, I think the second to the last caller. He said he mentioned his name and the place and the place he came from in Biafra land. But before he refused to tell you the city that he was calling from. This is one of the things that we are passing. This is one of the problems we are facing here in Germany. Many people will call and they will refuse to tell you the city that they are calling from, because they know that whenever they mention the city that they are calling from, people might know exactly who is calling. These people who always,
my brother, in terms of that aspect, I'm not cutting you off. Achọrọ m ka ị gawa that side. Ịma na onwe ndị be anyị ji wijiri akwụkwọ. O nwere ọtụtụ ndị mmadụ ga-akpọ m asị m biko ijiri ọm akwụkwọ achọrọ m ịkpa afa m. Do you understand? And I'm just like trying to tell you why some of them do that. Go ahead, please.
But notwithstanding, anyway, because why I'm saying so, the reason why I brought this issue, because one of our member, yesterday who was telling me about one of the friends who went on the net and wrote that he want to be one of the 100 men, and he has been talking to this guy to come to our meeting, and exactly what he told me, was similar to one of to what this guy that called yesterday, what he was saying. Because what he was saying, this guy, I heard him say that he wanted that the unit that he belonged to, he just sit by and watching them because he don't understand what they are doing. I
understand the person you are talking of now. I understand. Yes. I remember the person now. Say this is not time for anybody to lewa. This is the time to get involved. I understand the person you are talking about now. I remember. Go ahead, please.
Thank you.
Myself, but sometimes I don't need to respond to every issue. Only when I notice that people, my listeners, audience can gain something from there. That is when I respond. If all of us stand back and monitor what is going on, then who is going to manage the home?
Thank you.
I am a member of a unit. I am not the coordinator of my unit. I am not even anybody in my unit, but I'm a member of a unit. Even before then, we have challenges on daily basis. We fight in my unit, we scatter the whole in my unit, we reconcile again, and we continue moving on. It's over 5 years or thereabout now. we are still together, we are still going strong.
Exactly.
We now know the difference between us, we now know what provokes one another, and tomorrow if we are marching as a unit, we march as one impenetrable unit. You can't come out from the blues tomorrow and say I am IPOB. We know our own, that is the truth. And my people will say, oh, when they all these things they are hiding for, all these things they are trying to avoid, they will meet it somewhere along the line. Go ahead, my brother.
That is it, because if you watch, even me, he's not calling on radio, trying to I don't know, because there are many of us who has been in this struggle right from the day we had the voice of our director, because the very first day that our director came here, came here 2013, 26, we sat with him, we see them, few of us has been in this struggle to see that things move forward. Most of our people, they will go outside and claim glory, and these people who are directly involved in what is going on at home, but to come out and tell them they should come out and contribute and see, make sure that what we are doing, there is some light on it. They will just sit by and observe it. Look at the statement. This person who called you now, I know he has been logged here. He has no problem of documents in terms of, this is somebody who has been already established here. But you just sit by it either and start and watching. If all of us watch, director will talk, nobody, because this is it.
Exactly.
It pains me. We have majority of them here.
You are correct.
Some of them will come and call. Some of them will come and they will call, and they will refuse to tell you the city that they are calling from, because they know if they mention the city, most of the people will identify the person, exactly the caller. That is it. Let me just end it here. As you rightly explained,
I understand your pain. Yes, I feel that way also. I feel that way. But to every Biafrans across the globe, it is high time we understand that this is a generational fight, and every one of us must come together and make sure the next generation of Biafrans don't go through what we are going through. My brother, I understand your pain, and I believe that brother is listening. Look for the nearest family and join. We must not love everybody, and everybody must not love us, but we must have regard for one another. And our target should be on what we are here to do. Nothing more, nothing less. Thank you very much, my brother. We must continue. Thank you. Right.
Thank you, Maz. Keep doing the good work.
You have a nice day.
Let me not just occupy the line.
I understand. Yes, caller on WhatsApp, are you there?
My master, good morning, sir.
Good morning. Go ahead, please.
Yes, sir. My name is Chema Nwa Okike Ugochukwu. I am calling from India. I hail from Mumbai. Mumbai is in Olu province, Biafra land. Mazi, please permit me to appreciate Chukwu Okike Abiyama and acknowledge my leader, Mazi Nnamdi Okwu Kanu, onye eziokwu. Chukwu Okike, anyị na-ebuli aha elu, eze kere igwe kere ụwa. Chukwu kere ọnwụ kere ndụ. Chukwu na-eme ka etinye mkpụrụ osisi n'ala opuo, nwee mpalaka mịta ezigbo mkpụrụ ọma. Nna ngụwa ka anyị na-akpọ, anyị na-asị nara ekele n'isi nwa oru gị Maazị Nnamdi Kanu. Na-edu nwa oru gị a na-aga n'ana, ọpụpụ ya na mbata ya butere ya ụzọ kpetere ya azụ. Ebe ọbụla ọ ga-aga, anya ndị iro ama mfụ ya, anya ndị ajọ mmadụ ama mfụ ya. Ihe niile ọ ga-eme, ihe niile ọ na-eme bụ ihe sitere n'aha gị bụ Chukwu Okike Abịama. And mgbe nwata na-eme ihe sitere n'aka nna ya, enweghị ihe nke ga-eme ya, anyị wee na-asị Chukwu Okike Abịama gbaa nwa oru gị a ume, butere ụzọ kpetere ya azụ, n'aha gị bụ Chukwu Okike Abịama pụrụ ime ihe niile. Ise. Maazị, my master, I thank you so much this morning, my brother. We must remember our fallen heroes and heroines. I'm calling my brothers in Mbe, in Idato South, Idato North, anywhere you are from Izog, you are from Umoshe, you are from Umuchema, you are from Akokwa, you are from anywhere in Idato. Sit at home on 30th May. Let us remember our people. Let us remember people that died for us. Let us remember people that have suffered for us to live and be alive today. Let us remember them. Let their spirit rise and fight against those that kill them. We must remember them. Pastor, thank you so much for your good work you are doing for us. My prayer for you is He will keep you alive to see Biafra. You know, some evil people, all these evil elders in Nigeria, they don't know how we are still surviving. They thought that IPOB, when they are not associating, when we don't seek any advice or help from them, that we will not move. But I'm surprised some of our people we call Radio Biafra, and you are not even contributing anything concerning Radio Biafra. Shame to you. Shame to you. You like what is happening. You are not even contributing, and someone are saying that he is trying to mobilize people on his own side. Who give you that order? Are you taking decision onto your hand? You are not contributing. Someone you met in the meeting or someone you met in the unit, which our deputy have told us that everybody is a suspect. You are telling us that someone you met there that will spoil your mind to go out of the struggle. Is it what you are trying to tell us? That somebody will make you to feel angry to go out of the struggle that you know what you are fighting for? Your land, the Biafra is you and me. And someone is making you angry to hate yourself? Is it that our people are trying to tell us? You have a family, you are going to the meeting, you are paying to your monthly dues, but you don't know when our leader is coming to your area. Is it that we are trying to tell us? Well, our leader said our enemies are rising and we are beginning to identify them. There is nothing holding. In this holy rock, Biafra, Radio Biafra, I respect it so much because when you come out here and lie, we know. When you speak the truth, we know. The spirit of our fallen hero and heroines, they have started working because the enemy, some people that we thought they speak our language, they eat our food, they do everything, they even eat our native food. You thought that this person is for you, but you don't know that that person is an agent to you. So therefore, we have said no for enemy to deceive us again. We are one. Our brothers, anywhere you are, Akwa Igbo, anywhere you are, Ukwana Azodonane, Igbo ndị bi n'ụzọ, nwanne anyị ndị bi n'ụzọ, anywhere you are, Rivera area, we are one. Our enemies, they don't know what is keeping us to this extent. They give us 20 pounds, they just take our wealth from our parents. They thought that we will die. They stop everything they are doing, thinking that it's because of them that we are surviving. We are asking you guys now, without you guys now, for more than 6 to 7 years now, Radio Biafra have broadcasting now. What have you contributed on it? Nothing. You did not contribute anything, but we are still moving forward. I say, may Chukwu Okike ama bless Mazen Nambekano. Bless Uchemofo.
Thank you.
Ogada Gidim. We must remember our people. 30th May is a sit at home.
Exactly.
It's the order given to our leader, Mazen Nambekano.
Exactly.
May Chukwu Okike ama bless Biafra. All hail Biafra.
All hail Biafra. Yes, caller on the line. Are you there?
Afọ amụma ọrụ ụbọchukwu esi m ikobi na-agụ n'Enugu na-akwa achatacha unit amasị ka Chukwu Okike abịa ma gbaa ya ume papa ọrụ na-arụ erite amasị na onye ọbụla sị na ma mmekọ atịata ọkụma na onye awọ nwa ike ga-ezute ọ ga-ezute n'Eke, ọ ga-ezute ya n'Orie, ọ ga-ezute ya n'Afọ, ọ ga-ezute ya na Nkwọ. Ana m asị ka ndị isi ike gbaa ọsọ agaghị ma ana Biafra abịa. Asị m ka Chukwu Okike abịa ma gọziere Maazị Nnamdi Kanu na osote ya bụ Uche Mọfọ na ma asị ka ha jide na ka ha jide mma. Chukwu Okike abịa ma gbaa all the IPOB member ume worldwide. Ya anyị enweta na nka anyị Chukwu Okike abịa ma kwara na nkwa. Ana m asị ya gazie. Ndewo.
Thank you, my brother. Hopefully, this is where we draw the curtain for this morning's segment. As I sign up from here, wherever you are across the globe, I say, remain blessed. Chukwu Okike Abiama be with you. We say.
This is my song for freedom.
He tastes the beat.
They call me Chris Jogi. Even though I walk through the valley of shadow of death, I fear no evil, for still God that is always with me. Yeah, He's always with me. And the sun will rise. My brothers will be coming home. Yeah, we made it through the sun to home. We gave our blood to redeem our land, and the time is too late. So join me, let us get it now. For happiness we all rejoice. Yes, we are the children of God. I am talking about a holy land, yeah, where God will always reign, and the sun will shine again. So we the people rejoice, yeah, where no one will tell me, yeah, that my song is suicidal, that I will lose my life for singing songs, where there is freedom of speech. Mr. Mefo will remind us, yeah, that we are children of the Most High God. In Jerusalem we meet again, yeah, cause we are the children of God. And the sun will rise. My brothers will be coming home, yeah. We made it through the sun to home. We gave our blood to redeem our land, and the time is too late. So join me, let us get it now. For happiness we all rejoice. Yes, we are the children of God. We are praying for the moment, yeah, when heaven will come for us, and the world will talk about us, so no one else have to die. All this nation will respect us, yeah, understand we just wanna go back home. No amount of contest or show, yeah, cause we all got possessed, and the spirit is in me. My director will return home, yeah, show us love we used to do before. Beautiful faces I will see again, yeah. We need you, we miss you, and we wait on you. And the sun will rise. My brothers will be coming home, yeah. We made it through the sun to home. We gave our blood to redeem our land, and the time is too late. So join me, let us get it now. For happiness we all rejoice. Yes, we are the children of God.
Ezi onye nwe m na Chineke na-eke pụrụ ihe niile. Adonai Elohim Echuna. Chineke nna nke igwe ka aka anyị wee ruo gị. Ya metụkwa gị n'obi na anyị bụ ụmụ gị.
Holy, Nnamdi Kanu is another savior. Holy, Nnamdi Kanu is another savior. Mugawa, Biafra kadigide we Rome, baby, baby. It is a chance, Mugawa, Biafra kadigide we Rome, baby, baby. The sun will rise. My brothers will be coming home, yeah. We made it through the sun to home. We gave our blood to redeem our land, and the time is too late. So join me, let us get it now.
that the death of 3.5 million people is not forgotten. The reason why we exist is to ensure that their memory, that they can never ever be forgotten, that their memory will linger on forever, that as long as man walks this earth, this world will remember the 3.5 million people that they killed, men and women that did nothing, children that were innocent. Their only crime is to be blessed by God. That is the only crime they have committed. As those children were being slaughtered, as they were being stabbed to death by a very wicked and cruel world, spearheaded by a Awolowo, everybody looked on and did nothing. Instead of them to help us, they ensured that our absolute blockade from land, air, and sea was absolute, that we may die, that the children of God may die. But lo and behold, Chukwuabiama determined that we cannot die, that we cannot perish. We are here to ensure that the death of 3.5 million people is not forgotten. The reason why we exist is to ensure that their memory, that they can never ever be forgotten, that their memory will linger on forever, that as long as man walks this earth, this world will remember the 3.5 million people that they killed, men and women that did nothing, children that were innocent. Their only crime is to be blessed by God. That is the only crime they have committed. As those children were being slaughtered, as they were being stabbed to death by a very wicked and cruel world, spearheaded by a Awolowo, everybody looked on and did nothing. Instead of them to help us, they ensured that our absolute blockade from land, air, and sea was absolute, that we may die, that the children of God may die. But lo and behold, Chukwuabiama determined that we cannot die, that we cannot perish. We are here to ensure that the death of 3.5 million people is not forgotten. The reason why we exist is to ensure that their memory, that they can never ever be forgotten, that their memory will linger on forever, that as long as man walks this earth, this world will remember the 3.5 million people that they killed, men and women that did nothing, children that were innocent. Their only crime is to be blessed by God. That is the only crime they have committed. As those children were being slaughtered, as they were being stabbed to death by a very wicked and cruel world, spearheaded by a Awolowo, everybody looked on and did nothing. Instead of them to help us, they ensured that our absolute blockade from land, air, and sea was absolute, that we may die, that the children of God may die. But lo and behold, Chukwuabiama determined that we cannot die, that we cannot perish. We are here to ensure that the death of 3.5 million people is not forgotten. The reason why we exist is to ensure that their memory, that they can never ever be forgotten, that their memory will linger on forever, that as long as man walks this earth, this world will remember the 3.5 million people that they killed, men and women that did nothing, children that were innocent. Their only crime is to be blessed by God. That is the only crime they have committed. As those children were being slaughtered, as they were being stabbed to death by a very wicked and cruel world, spearheaded by a Awolowo, everybody looked on and did nothing. Instead of them to help us, they ensured that our absolute blockade from land, air, and sea was absolute, that we may die, that the children of God may die. But lo and behold, Chukwuabiama determined that we cannot die, that we cannot perish.